Yo, welcome back. I don't know if the mic sounds good. I'm not using my microphone, so I hope it sounds right. Anyways, I know it's pretty late. I just want to come here and talk about just like temptation. Temptation can hit us late at night. It can hit us throughout the day. Especially for me, it like grows throughout the day. If I'm really feeling like just falling into temptation, it sucks. But it could be the stuff I'm doing throughout the day, the activities I'm doing. Like if I'm playing the game for a long period of time, I start forgetting that like I gotta read. I gotta spend time with God. I gotta pray. I gotta get away from my worldly desires, my game, YouTube. Just basically that's basically all I really do. Sometimes working out may be a distraction for me, but it really causes me to start falling into these loops of like thinking about sinning, and sinning. I'm so distracted by these worldly things. Like I play the game, I start feeling angry. That's not one of the fruits. I should not be getting angry at a video game. Like the video game doesn't determine if I go to heaven or not. Like, we all get mad at stuff. We get mad at the game. We get mad at somebody. But besides that, this leads me to temptation. I get tempted by things. But I gotta call on God to help me, and I gotta remember the stuff that He told me. All right, the stuff He teaches, the stuff He preaches. All right, so I got two verses here for y'all about temptation. I hope whoever's watching this, if you're feeling tempted, you know, I hope you just realize that you you can't do anything about that temptation. All right, so you gotta really just go to the one that can save you from it. You gotta go and pray. So I'm gonna read these. I'm gonna read Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. Okay, got the Bible here? It says, "The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it?" The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? Alright, basically, I can't break it down more than that. Like, the heart is deceitful. You know, I'm going to come back and give you all the right definition. Alright, I have the definition right here. It means untrustworthy. It means people, actions, or words that are dishonest, untrustworthy, and intentionally misleading to trick others. All right, our temptations, this, our, our temptations. Sorry, Siri went off. Our temptations mislead us. Okay, they lead us to go through whatever feelings that we may go through when we feel tempted. It leads us to think different, changes our whole posture on how we look at our relationship with God in that moment. And then once we fall into it and then we realize that we did something bad, it's like, yo, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, God. I wasn't strong enough. You see, you put that on you. But you don't realize the man on the cross died for your sins, alright? When you feel tempted, alright, you gotta look at what Jesus Christ did, alright? He died for your sins. He can fight the sins. Stop trying to do it all by yourself. Alright, let's read the verse again. The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? Our heart will deceive us. Clearly, that's what it's saying. Above all things and beyond cure. Alright, basically, that's basically just saying it's beyond cure. We can't do anything about it because, I'm guessing I'm gonna throw my thought out, my opinion. Alright, so I'm guessing that means when Adam and Eve did what they did and thought they knew more than God and they ate the apple, beyond cure. Everybody has that part what they did. So it's beyond cure. Can't do anything about it. That's my opinion on that. And if I'm wrong, let me know. The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand? We can't understand our heart posture in that moment of why we feel like sin. All we feel like is we want to fall into temptation. All right, put your trust in God. All right, the second verse I got. I'm gonna pull it up right here in my Bible. Hold on, wait a minute. My sticky note. All right, all right. We're in Proverbs chapter 28, 26. Those who trust in themselves are fools, but those who walk in wisdom are kept safe. Those who trust in themselves are fools, but those who walk in wisdom are kept safe. We trust ourselves so much, you know. Like I was saying, when I start feeling like I'm about to fall into temptation, I usually go play the video game to distract myself. But all that's doing is growing my temptation, growing whatever temptation I want to do. You know, so I try to trust myself, and I'm foolish for that. But if I walk in the wisdom, I'm kept safe. If I read the word while I'm feeling tempted, I'm walking by wisdom. You know, it definitely says somewhere in the Bible. Read the it def before I continue speaking. Let me think straight. Somewhere in the Bible, it definitely says to read the Bible when you feel tempted. All right, Jesus Christ fought off the devil, his temptations with the word. So clearly, if I'm feeling tempted, I'm gonna fight my temptations with the word. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Those who trust in themselves are fools. We all trust in ourselves. We all trust in our own understandings. All right. And we're fools for that because sometimes our own trustworthy, our own wisdom in ourselves are not more worthy than God's wisdom. So we gotta walk in wisdom, so we are kept safe. All right. So basically, I'm telling y'all, I'm just saying right now, our temptation will grow throughout the day. All right. In the morning, we feel if we read our Bible once we wake up, we feel close to God. But then once we start being distracted by what we want to do, then we start falling into like that oh, that I'm better than God. I'm gonna do what God's not telling me to do. Like, and I have my little messed up things. Maybe I'm trying to be such a like trying to, I don't know. I'm just trying to do so much that I just put so much guilt on myself, so much stuff on myself. But like sometimes that just doesn't come from God, and that's just me trying to be God, which I've got to stop doing. That's what I gotta stop doing. But yeah, throughout the day, our temptations will grow. At night, it will be so loud that we won't hear nothing. And since we're so tired from doing everything we're doing, this comes from my own experience. I get so tired from doing like playing the game, watching YouTube. I get so tired that I'm just like, let me just do my temptation. All right, and that sucks. All right, and I got the notebook that I showed from the last video. This is a just a little thing I said. November 27th, 2025, and that's where I got these two verses from. The Proverbs chapter 28, 26 that talks about those who trust in those those who trust in themselves are fools, but those who walk in wisdom are kept safe. That's where I got the verse from. And then Jeremiah 7, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Who can understand it? This is what it says right here about desperately sick. I got the NIV for my Bible, so the desperately sick is different. So yeah. Basically, I was just talking about I need to learn and understand. So that's why these two verses helped me. All right, and then I just said at the bottom right here. I just said trust in wisdom to be safe. Don't trust in your own heart because I can't understand it. I can't understand my own heart. We can't understand our own heart. And yeah, man, if you feel tempted, if you feel tempted and you need somebody to talk to, man, you could always text me my comments. If it's really that serious, bro, just I don't really know. Like, tell somebody that you're close with. Because if you're close with that person and you feel tempted, they're gonna be there to listen to you, man. And if you need somebody to pray for you, go ask somebody. You can't isolate yourself. Isolation is the worst. Isolation is how that that roaring lion gets you. Hold on. That roaring lion, that's how that roaring lion will get you if you're isolated. If that makes sense. Maybe I just read that earlier in Peter. So that's why I used that. But yeah. Temptation cannot be fought with our own understanding. It cannot be fought by what our heart says, what we think is right. All right, we have to know that we are foolish to walk by our own sight and understanding. All right. One of those sticky notes says up there. One of those sticky notes says, I'm gonna pull it up right now, and this is gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last verse that I say for today for you guys. I'm gonna find it. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding." We have to not lean on our own understanding. When we're tempted, do not lean on your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding, because you don't understand your heart, and your understandings are not coming from the one up there. It's not coming from God. Walk by His wisdom. That's all I gotta say. If you're feeling tempted, may God help you. May you fight that temptation with the Word. May God bless you. May God bless whoever's watching this. I really enjoyed talking to y'all. I really enjoy making these videos. May God bless you. I love y'all. Peace. Peace. God bless. God bless.